Ona I ka hala me ka lehua, he hale lehua ia nā ka noe. O ka uno ia e ano I nei, e li aho I nei ka hiki mai. A hiki pū mai no o kou, hiki pū me ke aloha. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha no e. E pule kākou, e nā kūpuna, nā au mākua, a me nā akua, mai kahikihi a kahikihi, mai ka hoʻokuʻi a ka hālāwai, mai oa o ka moana nui a kea, eia no mākou e ākokoa mai nei, I keia la no ka wehena o keia aha kuka nei ma Waikiki. He noi haahaa ke ia ʻoukou e alaka I mai ia mākou ma na mea āpau o kia ola nei, a e kala mai ia mākou no nā hewa, nā ino ino, a me nā hihia. E hoʻopo mai ka ipū I ke anaina, o iai nā lākou ke kuleana o ke kūkai ana I ke ia maula e kolu, malalo o ke ia kumuhana o ALOHA NŌ. A ma hope o ke ia hui ana e olu olu o kou, e hoi hoi kau mau keiki ko lako home me ka palekana. E ia ko mākou pule no o kou, o iai o oko no mamua, o oko no ma hope, o oko no ma waho, o oko no ma loko. Aloha NŌ, lele wale, a mama ua noa. So what I just performed for you all was an Oli Aloha, a chant of welcome, composed by the late Hawaiian scholar Mary Kawena Puku'i, as well as a pule or a prayer to our elders, ancestors, and deities that I composed yesterday evening for this event. As we know, Festac timelines. But the pule asks for guidance and forgiveness, blessings for those of you here today, as well as safety when you all return to your homes following the summit and festival. At the end of the pule, I recognized our elders, ancestors, and deities and lifted this prayer so that they may receive it. If there's one other word other than aloha that I would like to leave with you folks today to think about, it's the word kūkaʻi. So can everybody say kūkaʻi? Kūkaʻi. Kūkaʻi. One more time, kūkaʻi. Kūkaʻi. Perfect. So kūkaʻi is one of our words for exchange. And as I was writing this pule, I thought of this word, looked it up, I was like, okay, this works. There's a reason why it came to mind. So in addition to it meaning an exchange, it specifically can be used to talk about exchanging ideas and words, whether that's in conversation or through correspondence. But most importantly, kūkaʻi means to exchange aloha. Like when you meet someone for the first time or are reconnecting with a dear friend or loved one. So let us practice kūkaʻi at this summit, and as we learn from one another throughout the next 3 days. So aloha NŌ, welcome everybody.
Aloha, kako. For those who are not here this morning, my name is Binna Choi. I'm one of the 3 curators, so next to Noah and Wasan, for upcoming Hawai'i Triennial 25 entitled ALOHA NŌ. I'm from Seoul, South Korea, so I'm this haole waine. And as a haole waine, not even from the Pacific, or like Asia Pacific. Thank you so much, Malu. It's a big, immense honor to be in this position and to be able to introduce Dr. and Aunty Manulani Aluli Meyer today. In a way, I've been waiting for this moment for long. And since December, or since November actually, November 2022, when the makahiki season started, I became like self-proclaimed stalker for Aunty Manu. So Drew Broderick. I come to talk about Drew a lot today, but Drew handed me a text, a writing by Aunty Manu about Makariki season. But Makaiki, like maybe this confusion is good in this context. It was about that season, and one of the beautiful lessons from that text is how this season to celebrate the harvest, how you play together, how you game together, how you actually compete together in form of play, and there how individual excellence feeding to collective excellence, and then collective excellence feeding to individual excellence. For me, who have been working on the notion of the commons, English notion, and how we can get away from this binary paradigm, private and public, or simply being individual or large public or mass. This, like, where there is this idea about equality or horizontalism that flatten many of our subject or subjectivity. This was like, yes, this is it. But actually, well, that Makaiki season was the beginning of being stalker, but it was before that I came to read Aunty Manu's writing and thought. Again, Drew, excuse me that I keep bringing you, but Drew, I was in conversation with Drew Broderick after the opening of the Hawai'i Triennial 2022. That was May or June 2022, so we are kind of at the end of the pandemic. And then I was actually grieving, still in the state of grieving and mourning the death of my sister, my younger sister. Yes, it's something, but I can laugh about it now. So, and it's not only my own experience. Many of us had this experience, although it's hard to talk about. So in that moment of mourning, period of mourning, that I was searching for this question about like human existence, what we are, and what's after our death, and what is this transition. So Buddhism, quantum physics, all kinds of things. I've been reading and studying, and the word consciousness came up during that period, and that was beautiful and fascinating. How you can be better being as a living and the dead, and then Aunty Manu's text gave me so much affirmation. All of this are not just pseudo science or pseudo religion, but this is the deep indigenous knowledge, and this is also what some of the scientists already affirm and confirm and still studying. Then coming back to coming forward to December 2022, when I knew that I am one of the curator for the Hawai'i Triennial, and I bought this book then at the Native Books, and I didn't have time to read during our work time. So as soon as I sat on the airplane, I opened it, and then I saw this one. So this is the book Ho'olu, Our Time of Becoming, Hawaiian Epistemology and Early Writing by Aunty Manu. And one of the first page was dedicated to, so this book dedicated to our elder sister, Malia Gail Hagland, Malia. And I'd like to read a little bit on this part. So Malia taught us the following 5 truths during her time of transformation. do only what you're led to do, and don't judge others. Love people who they are, and forgive and play more. These 5 things. And all of her writing here, I hope I'm able to memorize and embody and practice every day. I kind of lost my thought now. So what we call epistemology, way of knowing who we are, where we come from, how that is deeply embedded in Hawaiian knowledge and practice. But it's not just for Hawaiian. We all could learn. And that affirmation also, Aunty Manu, you gave us so much and so many times. So as I am totally in loss now, this is good time to invite Aunty Manu to the stage.
Halulu me ke kapua I Kanaka Ōiwi. O hama poe ke ala ulili e. O hilo ailu au. O pana ewa na hele pau e ke ala. E inu wai ko li uli o hilo. O kaua kanile hua e. A mama ua noa e. Hei noa noa alai a I. Hei inoa no ku'ohana aloha mai kau. Binna, mahalo nunui for bringing up Malia's essence here. Alana kahi moi. Lana mali e a oia iu. He iho kumu he iho lau. He iho lono a ke aloha. E ho ulu mai e ho e ho ulua e ka velina ke aloha a ke aka mai a ke aka mai a ke aka mai e ho pono mai e ho pono mai ke pono he pono ke pono he pono. He inoa no kalahui. E o Reimatau. E o Pacifica. E o beloveds. Aloha mai ka koa pao. Wow. What an honor. What a joy. Noel, ladies, Binna, Hassan, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Are we ready? Aloha no. Aloha no. Turn to your partner and say aloha no. Mean it. Mean it. Mean it. Mean it. Mean it. Mean it. Yeah. No, you don't have to shout here. Aloha no. Aloha no. We have seats. Everyone raise hands for an extra seat because one seat right there. Raise hands right there. Sit, sit, sit. Come sit, everybody. No standing because I have bad knees and they begin to quake when I watch people stand. And I mean it. No homalie, raise your hand. One right here. One right there. One right there. One right there. Okay, you guys. All right. Mahalo nui. That's the future. That's at the muliwai. The muliwai is where salt water meets the fresh water. And we are salt and fresh. And so that is the implicate order. That is the unseen world. We think we're in charge? No, 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 no. The world is self-organizing. And because it's self-organizing, witnessing then becomes a higher frequency of knowledge exchange. And today, it's not me that you're going to listen to, it's you speaking to your neighbor. So what I want you to do is clasp your hands, elua wale no, who is going to be your speaking and listening partner. Go, sit next to somebody. Two, raise your hands, you two. No, you two, you two, you two. Ooh, you got to find somebody. Okay. Raise your hands, elua wale no. I want to see, raise your hands. Okay, good, 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 good. No, not 3, 2. Elua wale no. Yeah, the menage a trois days was younger. Elua wale no, 2, elua. Elua wale no. Okay, everyone hands up again. Ready, 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 ready. We are the world. Okay, hands down. My job, at the University of Hawaii, West Oahu, is to indigenize the academy. And I always say it'll happen by next week, Thursday, 3 o'clock. What? It didn't happen? So, yeah. So that's why, because it's an ongoing thing. Because once you stop saying we're not this, we should be this, it's over. You're in a binary. You're in a binary. So we are heading into whole system thinking, where you don't give us this, that, and the other thing. Watch, it's my response. That is the Aloha no. When you guys chose that, I was so proud and grateful. Because that is the energetic field that is going to transform the world. And it's not like I'm thinking this. I was told this by some amazing kupuna and with amazing energies all around his room that came from both here and India. And for us, you want to go to a place where Manu is the name of the cosmological first man. What is your name? I say, my name is Manu, the whole place. Huh? It's like saying, in Hawaii, if you came from India to Hawaii, what is your name? Oh, my name is Halo Nakalau Kapalili. You know what I mean? What's the odds? You know what I mean? Why did your mother call you our cosmological first man? She didn't. She called me Manu. Oh, you know what I mean? So it's meant to be funny because joy is at the heart of our evolution. Joy begets joy, begets joy, begets joy. So, but we got to get through the sorrow to get to that joy. I remember Malia, she was dying. Remember Melly and Miley Moana? I was taking water over to her in the core bed of Uncle Cap's, and she said, stop. Are you bringing that water because you're led or because you're obligated? And I'm thinking to myself, that's a trick question. You know what I mean? You see, am I obligated? Am I led? And then I kind of said, I'm led. And she goes, okay, good, you can come forward. So that was the beginning lesson that led to my own transformation, because my sister died at age 48. And she died of unforgivingness. Let me tell you that. Ho'okahila au he mihi. Ho'okahila au he mihi. The first medicine is forgiveness. So she made me promise to be led. And I'm telling you, that led me to you, Nahiraka. That led me to the evolution of Hawaiian to indigenous to holographic. It's time to evolve, get out of our way. And you know what's going to help? Loving. And everyone think, oh, that's easy. Oh, good luck. yeah, I want to see you do that. Good luck. But once we begin to understand the absolute elemental form it is, which is that, because love begets love begets love, you know, that only happens in 1/10 of a second. Then the water goes out into the ocean. So salt water and fresh, I love finding images of the implicate order because the world is self-organizing. We just think it isn't. Okay, here we go. Let me see. That big button. Is it? Oh, there it is. Malu boy. Yeah, there's Malu. Whoo, that's 12 months old. That's, oh my gosh. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Isn't that amazing? He's 1 year old looking at his mama. Wow, what a picture. These kids are coming in fast and awake. Let me tell you this right now. They don't coddle them. Watch what they are interested in and support that in ways that challenge them every day. Don't coddle them, challenge them, because they're ready. Look at him. That's 12 months. I didn't look like that 12 months ago. I mean, he is so lucid. He's so lucid. Okay, so here is what I want to talk about right now, and I want you to be ready. Go back. Here we go. There we go. Okay. No, one right there. Go forward. All right, this is my twin sister, Moana. Moana, can you come up here right now, please? Yeah, Noelle knows Moana really well. Yeah, okay. This is my twin sister. Okay? Now, we're like 65 years old.
64.
Okay.
Couple more months, you know.
And I gotta say that we are womb mates. And if you don't learn to love, I mean really love what is different, you are gonna wanna control it. You're gonna want to colonize it. You're gonna want to change it. So I want Moana just to talk for a couple minutes because I've just really had a hard time growing up with this one. She's pointing to me now, yeah? Yeah. And it's getting better. It really is. But now I really call you up and I talk story. But this is the work of our lives. It's not anywhere else. It's in our families first. It's in ourselves first. But Moana, just say anything.
I can say anything. Oh my gosh. I love these moments when I'm semi-put on the spot. I'm just happy Meliana's here, Miley, and Emma, and Drew, my family. We're all criers. I'm tired, too, just to let you know. I come home, and it's so beautiful to be a part of this festival because I'm the Moana, the ocean that connects, you know. And Manu, I've had such a great time with you. I really have, because I've learned a lot of how to love myself first, yeah? Because, you know, I wanted to please everyone, always. We all do. You know, especially you, because you're big and amazing. And so, you know, she would try to grab me, and I'm way faster than her now, so she get good knees. I mean, bad knees, I get good knees. Anyways, you know, it's a time. You know, I am the salt water, and she is the fresh water. Okay, she, you know, waters all of us in the knowledge of her Ike. And I do it in Portland, Oregon, where I live. You know, I'm a part of a community that's not Hawaiian-based. However, it's love, and it's eternal. We are all light beings. We're long-term evolutions, gang, and then pow. Pow, it's fast. So, you know, my 2 cents to all of you that I love in this room, and I love all of you, actually, and these dear sisters I haven't seen since grade school or something like that. You know, just take care of yourselves. I know that sounds selfish, and I've been called that most of my life. But I know, the middle of 7, I had to take care so that I can give. So I can give and show up for you this week. It's a lot. So take care of yourselves. It's not selfish. It's pono. It's malama pono. Oi, take care of yourselves first. And Manu, I love you and I'm proud of you. Let's give Manu a hand. Yeah.
Thanks, Moana. The thing about Aloha NŌ as a potential idea for world transformation is because we are all the same. And you know, when people say, yeah, we're all the same, I'm thinking, I hear you say, you got to say different in there. You got to do something. We're not all the same. We're the same differently. So there is the wholeness of life, because the difference that you and I posit is like this wholeness of our life. Best dancer ever, and I couldn't ever get on the dance floor. So shy. But you know, the things that you have taught me to be a little less introverted and to really, I mean, look at that. You know, oh, you look like your father. I'm like, oh. You don't want to be in the Aluli Ohana and look like the homely haole guy. I hated that. They used to tell the story all the time. Oh, Mrs. Meyer, oh, you get one. What? Nice brown baby. 1959, they didn't know it. There was 2 babies. And then, 9 minutes later, 6 minutes later, Mrs. Meyer, you get one. Howley baby. Yeah, big howley baby. So this is my first teacher. I remember when saying, you know, Moana's become my mentor. It was around 28 years old. I had to think of it differently. So in a Buddhist way, in a radical Buddhist way, all things different, all calamities become your teacher. So you are my teacher because if you don't make the things that you struggle with your teacher, then what? Who are your teachers? All the things you agree with? That's not going to teach you much. That's just going to add information into your system. And that's okay, but just, you know, the ego swells. So here's the challenge of my life is to figure out how to love what is different. So this is why I want you to talk about this in your, did it go? Okay, good. So here's the dyads. When I carve, I'm a wahine kalai pohaku. When I carve stones, they're usually spheres. I remember you coming to my shack one time, Moana, and you're like, Moana, are you freaking out or what? There's like 40 big balls around, you know, because I was going to Aotearoa and I had to have makana, I had to have gifts. She said, I was a little bit odd, but off, but that's, one hand is steady and the other hand is random. There it is, the wholeness of life. One thing in your life has got to be steady while everything is random around you. And then a perfect sphere is created. Now, a sphere is the largest energetic field of the world, made up of tetrahedrons, the smallest. So here's a question for your dyad. Who is your mutual emergence partner? Who? And be clear about it. Who or what are your teachers? I love the what. That's why surfers, you know, I bow down to surfers, are the ocean maintains. What is the lesson you are learning now? Answer those questions as best as you can in 5 minutes, please. Turn to your partner, go. Hawaiian style, you never knock at the door, it's too late. You have to go, whoo, you know, too late, you're not going to throw on your clothes, you're not going to fix your dirty living room. So we say, whoo, hui. So when I say hui, it means I'm coming. So please thank your partner. Thank you, partner. Oh, do we have another woman here who needs a partner? Okay, anybody need a partner? Anybody need a partner? All right. So there it is. Mutual emergence is actually the idea of simultaneity. It's as you sow, so shall you reap. I love bringing in Christ. Christ, I'm a recovering Catholic. But, I really love what Christ teaches. Okay? So everyone just calm down. You know what I mean? Calm down, because really, the Buddha and the Christ said the same thing. What? Differently. The same thing? Yeah, we are the same. Yeah, they said the same thing. He talked about Paticca which is mutual emergence, which is, dependent co-arising. So did Christ. So Christ said, as you sow, so shall you reap. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So, that's right. Aku puna did too. Aloha aku. Aloha mai. Kokua aku. Kokua mai. A'o aku. A'o mai. Pono aku. Pono mai. You know what I mean? We got it going on here. Indigenous people are not like, all Indigenous means is continuity. That's all we stand for, is continuity. It's not like we're the cockroaches of the world, but when everything starts to collapse, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. I got no money in the stock market. Nobody I know has money in the stock market. So, when it goes, we're gonna be good. So here is the mo'okuauhau of the outside journey, the form, when Dr. David Singh, a beloved boss and mentor, sat in his office and said, hey, why don't you get a PhD in 1986? You know what I said to him? What's that? Because you know what? Believe it or not, we don't know. We don't know. I didn't know, because I'm a coach. I'm a PE major. Sports saved my life. So here's Coach Jimmy, because I was coaching volleyball at UH Hilo. Hey, Jimmy goes, hey, Manu, read this article. It's about Howard Gardner, multiple intelligence. Auntie, come, sit. You guys come, right here. Come sit. Okay, you gotta go. So Jimmy goes, read this article, and here it is, multiple intelligences. Musical, interpersonal, intrapersonal, logical, mathematical. And the one intelligence that saved my life was bodily kinesthetic. I don't mean to brag. You can throw one knife at me, and I'll catch it upside down. I remember one time in McDonald's, this big cups, this woman trips in these huge cups, and I go like this, almost not looking. And I go like this, and the whole place went, yeah! I didn't drop a bit. So I'm bodily kinesthetically intelligent, okay? Yeah, okay. Not the sharpest crayon in the deck in school, but you want to be on my team. I used to, dunk a basketball. So the point is, I had to go where Howard Gardner taught. And if he taught at, California, Podunk University, Community College, I would have gone there, and he taught at Harvard. Oh, I'll never get in there. So I wrote my thing, I'm never gonna get here, but this is why. But when I got in there, this is Professor Amelie Rorty, Richard Rorty's ex-wife. Those of you in philosophy, you'll know who I'm talking about. And so she had this long gray hair, and she was my teacher. And after she said, how would you teach a class on oceanography? I told her all these kahakai, kepoikai, kaihe'inalo. I teach it through the, understanding waves, and I'd also teach it through wave refraction, reflection, the Western way. And then she said, you're an anti-intellectual. And I thought to myself, oh, I had chicken skin all in my back right here, right in my thing. Like someone pushed me, and I was like, oh, did she just call all my kupuna stupid? I felt that way. And then I was in bed, very, very depressed, and Auntie Kikimo Okini calls me. She said, hey, how are you? And I go, I think I'm coming home because, they found me out. I'm an anti-intellectual. And so she goes, well, hold on, Manu. And so she sends me Dr. Sally Mary. Have you looked up the word intellectual? Have you looked up the word intellectual? No. Why would we? It's a daunting idea. Intellectual means the belief in philosophy that all of our knowledge comes from empirical sources. Do we believe that all of our knowledge comes from empirical, all these five senses? Yes or no? No, not at all. Not at all. So after 20 years or whatever of asking what is true intelligence, Pulama gives me the answer. So now Pulama is the MC at the coconut conference over there, and I'm over here. Pulama, I gotta go. Because she calls it mo ike aloha. Mo'o ike aloha. Mo ike aloha is an old way of saying dream interpretation. Mo'o ike, mo ike. It's like ho ike, except with the mo'o ku au hau genesis. It has a genesis. And that genesis for us is aloha. When you mo ike aloha, when the beginning of your knowledge expansion is from love, you just fractal into the beautiful tree that we all are throughout Polynesia. Okay. Ho'oma'ama'a. So we're going to, by my actions, teach my mind to so we're going to ho'oma'ama'a things in the next 40 minutes, to repeat until it's effortless, to gain a skill through repetition, to practice over and over and over. And I know many of you are artists in here. I know you value practice. But now we've got to practice together, both in the physical, mental, and the spiritual realms. And when we ho'oma'ama with each other, we're going to begin to embody the ideas our kupuna practiced. All right, so here we ho'oma'ama. Ready, set, and click. There we go. So here's the inside journey. Because Auntie says, Auntie Lynette, I love this because it was the same as Jean Houston, The Possible Human in the 80s. She says, same thing Auntie Lynette and Likeke Paglinuan says, there's an outside and there's the inside. It's about form and essence. Form is the outside, essence is the inward meaning, the effects, and the purpose. The deep essence is always aloha. Aloha, aloha, aloha. And then I started seeing it everywhere, again and again and again. Hale Makua, my favorite Matakite teacher, said, I love this saying, truth is the highest goal, and aloha is the greatest truth. Pono is the highest goal, and aloha is the greatest pono. And it really is, So, I'm not gonna get. Don't try to drag me into, Don't you pissed at Aloha Termite or Aloha Insurance or Drink Aloha? You know what I mean? Yeah. I used to be, and then I'm like, I'm gonna get hihia with that energy. No, I'm not. They just want in, and e como mai. So now I don't. Yeah, Aloha Termite. I'm calling those guys. Drink Aloha. I really like Pepsi. Okay. So the point is, ulua e kevalina a ke aloha. When Kumuhula Alana Kaipoa'i said aloha is the intelligence with which we meet life, that blew me away. She used the word aloha and intelligence. So this is a journey of our own wakefulness, my own wakefulness. So at this, I almost laughed out loud when I understood what Veritas meant. What does Veritas mean? Truth. Do you think they have the truth? Oh my God. So people go, wow, what'd you learn in Harvard? Like, I'll tell you. We have what we need, and we are who we need. That's what I learned there. Ha'ina mai kapuana. It is not an external idea. We have put too many eggs in the external realities of whatever. And believe me, our people are intelligent when we love, because we bring food, we bring aloha, we bring care. We listen. I read this at my mom's ho'oleva. Someday, after mastering the winds, the waves, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness for God the energies of love. And then for a second time in the history of the world, man will have discovered fire. I mean, she loved that quote. She loved that quote. And those of you go, oh, you should say humanity, you know what I mean? Or women, and they're like, give it up. It's the essence of that, not the form. Jesus, don't get caught. Because now I'm studying the afterlife. And you know what, these guys, when they die, and they come back, you know what they say? Oh, I didn't really want to come back. Jeez, nobody wants to come back. One of my students died, she came back. She goes, Manu, sit down, I got to tell you something. And she downloaded it, and I'm changed. So they come back, you know what they say? 99% of the time, they say, around the world, they come back because they didn't do their purpose in life. And you know what their purpose in life was? Is to learn how to love. So yeah, tell me I'm naive, go ahead. Tell me I'm idealistic, thank you. You know, tell me I'm a revisionist historian, you're damn right. So here's the point of this time. We are needing to wake up. And Hawaii, you know, Uncle Alvin Shim said to me, Hawaii is going to be pivotal in transforming the world. Wow, really, Uncle? I'm 34 years old. Yeah. And because we have aloha. And aloha is not a religion, it's not a philosophy, it's our culture. And you know, people say, well, there's nobody with aloha. I'm like, who are you hanging out with? Yeah, if you're saying that, you're not giving it. Aloha aku, aloha mai. We didn't say aloha mai. You know what I mean? When someone says, oh, I don't know why I'm loved, that's a wrong question. Ask a better question. Why? How can I love better? And so this is the inward essence of the journey that I'm so dedicated with. And shift. Here we go. There we go. Because if Ho'oponopono, my teachers are the Aunty Lynette, currently at 85 years old, she says if aloha is the essence, Ho'oponopono is the form. So now we're bringing out Ho'oponopono. People think Ho'oponopono is forgive me, I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. Yeah, you know what? That on a good day, that happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, we accept that as a potential segue to the discipline of what it really is in Hawaii. So we're taking our words, au kukulu kumuhana is the quantum healing found in the pooling of intentionality. It is also the statement of the prayer and the problem and the disease and the cure. This is the thing about ALOHA NŌ. You can't just talk about the disease. We've got to embody the cure. And we are that all the time. He hears. See, that's the thing. He hears entanglement. That's why when people pass by, termite insurance, when I think stink of that, I'm in here. I'm entangled in that energy. So I'm going down, because then I come home and I go, did you see that van? You know what I mean? Like, why would I do that? Why? So believe me, I have. It's a dead end. Oya i'os. And the dead end is when you go to Ho'oponopono and you are in a process of healing, a ritual practice of healing with others, it is life-changing. The hardest thing is for people to get in the Ho'oponopono because you're going to heal. But you're not going to heal through your thinking. You're going to heal by your feeling, your heart. And so when people go talk around the Ho'oponopono, you got to talk to the haku because this minimizes the emotion. People can hear each other. And then all of a sudden people hear each other like, what? And then your heart begins to open. You know, there's so much to Ho'oponopono. But we ho'opono. So ho'opono is the practice and living of higher principles in thought, speech, and action. This is like for the Buddha, the Eightfold Path. Pono. Pono is goodness. Righteousness, take it out. It's like the kitchen sink. It's just too clunky. It's goodness, it's truth. So pono is truth. Aloha is compassion. Pono is wisdom. Aloha is loving. Okay, so simplify it for an activated world. Mihi, illumination and purpose found in humility, interconnection, and forgiveness. So we practice mihi in our culture, usually in ho'oponoponos. It is when we forgive. But I was in Aotearoa, and they started going, hey, I'd like to mihi you, and I'm like, what did I do? I was kanalua, because I never heard. And so when I started practicing, I started hearing, you get mentored when people give you the truth. You get mentored. It actually, Nahiraka, native speaker, a beloved, my wife taught me that mihi was mentoring. And so love mentors. I felt loved by strangers Because he goes stuff like, my first me, really, a moko guy, really. He says, you know, you sound like my grandmother. And I feel that she's with me now. Wow. Thanks, Abra. You know, wow. You know what I mean? It's not like I like your clothes. You know, a mihi says something to somebody. So we say nothing to people. I remember when Malia died, I called my sister. I said, you guys, we got to be more truthful with each other. We got to talk to each other. We got to, oya i'o, we got to say something besides logistics or nothing. And you know, number one, I got to stop lying. I'm a liar. And you know what my beloved sisters say? No, you're not. I'm like, oh, yes, I am. You just don't know it. You know, how are you? Fine. That's a lie. How much is this shirt? I don't know. You know, I'd say something, but it's twice that. That's a lie. So the point is, we've got a ho'opono in the world. We've got to activate ourselves and catch ourselves when we lie. Because if you say you're not a liar, that is a lie. And then you got to start to forgive yourself. Because as a gay woman, I lied my whole life. You know, homophobia is one thing out in the world, but when you're homophobic and gay, it's bad. It's bad. It's no fun. You know what I mean? I ride motorcycles fast without a helmet. Yeah, that's my response. Okay, change them. Conflict is conflict is necessary. It's necessary for our evolution. It is so necessary. It is actually the ABC of how we're going to evolve. And you know what? I swear Hawaiians should be conscious by now. Because we get so much conflict. You know? But consciousness, you know, intentionality is the hallmark of consciousness, Husserl says. So we got to be intentional. And that's what ALOHA NŌ is. They're intentional. They're intentional. They're intentional. And first, you know how you begin that? Choice. What's what I just learned from Lee Irwin? Choice, courage, inner determination, and self-discipline. That develops consciousness. Choice, courage, inner determination, self-discipline. And that is what is necessary about conflict. So how do we heal collectively? That's my mom in the middle before she died. She wanted us to have ho'oponopono. And that's me taking the picture. That's what I saw. I love that picture. All my sisters are there, except, you know, some of them. But how do we heal collectively? How much people in this room are actually hakaka with somebody in your family, or with yourself, or with your colleagues? You know what I mean? Uncle gave me the I Ching as a practice. If you want to change your life, practice something. And the I Ching, the book of change, is something to practice. And so, yeah, and that's taught me no matter whether the problem is me, somebody else, or the society around us, the solution is the same. And that's the practice of equanimity. And equanimity is not equal. Yeah, we got to practice it. This Krishnamurti was my teacher. Met him in I read him, all his books, but I actually went to him in Ojai, California. Unbelievable man. It is no measure of health to be well-adjusted to a profoundly sick society. How's that? So talk to your partner. How are we healing? How are you healing? Are you conscious about what it means? Go. Have fun talking. Thank you, partner. Thanks, partner. Thank you, partner. Mean it. You know, because we all just want to fit in. Yeah. Fit into what? You know, my friend Puloma said, only you could talk about capitalism at my baby's shower, my mo'opuna shower. The elephant in the room. Okay, it's the elephant in the room. Okay, it's the elephant in the room. If you monocrop, you're gonna die. Diversity is key. So we got a coconut conference, and all we're talking about is diversity. Oh, Teilhard de Chardin said the same thing. Unity differentiates. How's that? Got that, Carlo? Put that down. Unity differentiates. Yay, yay. We are the same differently. Unity differentiates. And this is the nature of Awamo Kulenia. This is the nature of our times, okay? We are in this moment. Now, they didn't find the missing link, right? They never found that, right? Because we go from caterpillar to butterfly. Yeah. So we're in the sixth extinction period now. A friend said, I said, hey, Kilo, I thought you were going and getting your PhD in biology. No, Auntie, it's really, all we're doing is cataloging extinction. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're in it now. We're in it now. It's not like, oh, let's stave it off. It's happened. It's happening. So our job is to wake up together. Our job is to figure out ways in which to help neighbors, not to, isolate ourselves and get bullets. So here it is. Aloha Aina, Aloha Aina, Aloha Aina. People want to summarize Hawaiian philosophy of knowledge, Hawaiian epistemology. It's that. Aloha Aina. Love land, serve people. Serve land, love people. It's the same idea because of the holographic capacity. So Aunty Pilahipaki basically said the Aloha spirit is the coordination of mind and heart. Mind and heart. I think she was using mind as like a thinking process and heart as our feeling within each person. It brings each person to the self, capital S. Okay, the self. That's why when I learned in Hawaiian epistemology, the self is other, as other. People just couldn't get that. I'm like, I didn't write that. It's the ho'olu. Someone wrote that through me. Because I kept hearing that when you are ready, everything is going to project. There's going to be, it's just the same differently. So like when you're mad in the world, what happens? Everything gets mad, right? So that's the purpose of when Auntie is saying. It brings each person to the self, the larger self, and so that you can feel your role in the animation of its healing capacity. Each person must think and emote good feelings to others. And I'm telling you, if you don't think good feelings, I always tell my students who are teachers, go home. Go home, it's okay. Malama kokino, take care of yourself. But don't come into school and yell at kids. Or don't feel good about that. You gotta love yourself. So in the contemplation and presence of a life force, aloha, the following unihi laula loa may be used. Akahai, lokahi, olu olu, ha'a ha'a, aho nui. Look at these words. They're like the Malanai breeze and the Kaia'ulu breeze. They're nahe words. They're nahe. And Auntie is telling us over and over and over, it's not insertion, it's the receptivity of the divine feminine. Sorry, it's already happening. We have to speak up, not as women, as a feminine energetic field of expansion. Mare kura. All right, now switch it. Our world is self-organizing. Yay! 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 Thank God, if I was in charge, it'd be a wreck about now. No, but that really is what we're working toward as world scholars is the concept of simultaneity, which is spiritual. And everyone says you can't say spiritual. Spiritual. If you hear religion, I forgive you. Religion is the bureaucracy of spirituality. All right, so you guys, on a good day, religion's spiritual. But it is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the grandmother's grandmother of religion. Religion is not what we're talking about. And so people think we're talking about religion. No. We're talking about the self-organizing universe that's always been present, but we've been kind of ignoring because we think we're in charge. We think we're in charge. So when the Wahiawa Hawaiian Civic Club said, Aloha is forever, and forever is the old way of our ancients, like, I'm going to pay attention to the Lenchenkos. And Pulama, the source of all knowing, is Aloha. So people think, you know, on the lokahi wheel, aloha, lokahi, pono, you know, all these things. No, aloha is the genesis of everything. It's not just one of the values, it is the genesis of all values. Now, switch that in your thinking and things will change. Aloha is the primal, energetic force of our collective evolution. Yeah, and here's world would turn to Hawaii as they search for world peace because Hawaii has a key, and that key is aloha. And if you don't think it's around, you gotta look, you gotta make it. It's only around me, and when it's not, we know it. And when it's not, you know it. And when it's not, reflect on why. And that's why the flower of life, one of the oldest symbols in the world, absolutely embodies the future. That's an old symbol. So that tells me that we are meant to evolve because joy begets joy, and then it goes forever, and then it fractals, right? You know about fractals. It's like a tree is a fractal. Our bodies are fractal. But trees fractal, and then they grow. And they only kind of grow as much as their roots go, so the fractal. So our roots are getting deeper and deeper into understanding what historically happened in Hawaii. And truth heals. So when we heal, I believe the world will heal. Yeah, here's Aunty Tutu Kavena. One of the ways to improve self-image is for Hawaiians to learn to really learn the reasons underlying old cultural beliefs and practices. That Hawaiian culture made sense, it made good sense. So the thing is, belief in oia i'a will prevail. That's the thing. People think ho'opono is absolutely the practice of truth, but oia i'o is someone like Malia Kudagawa. You guys know Malia? Yep. I've had the absolute pleasure of working with Malia for the last 6 months on actually 3 years on a process of graduating Haku Ho'oponopono. And the day we graduated, Molokai community after 20 years decided they were going to buy back Molokai Ranch. So yeah, we're going to buy back land. You know, like, yeah, because currency. It's money's energy, and energy is currency. And here we go. It's not about money. It's about relationality. And then it's really not about relationality. It's about the quality of that. All right, because that's oia i'o. Oia i'o. If you tell somebody the truth every single moment, kind of hard, kind of fatiguing. You know, that's kind of why we live up Mauka. And if you can't find us, good luck, good luck. Because look, this is what it means in Hawaii. When something shifted, I think Mauna Kea was really good for us because it got people out into one of the most beautiful places in the world. You know, but I'm a Hilo girl. So yeah, we've been at this for almost 40 years. But yeah, thank you guys. Yeah. Because aloha is the crucial ingredient. It really is. And I wanted you to talk to your partner now. This is my wife, Nahiraka Mason, right here. She just doesn't know I have a picture of her on our wedding day. So talk to your partner. What are the things that really resonated with you, that you recognize, that you already know? This is not anything new. My job is just to organize it with pictures so that you can feel something. So what did you feel? What did you learn? Talk to each other, please. In dyads, e lua wale no. Have a good discussion. Thank you, partner. Mean it. Mean it. All right, thank you, partner. The natural world remains our teacher. And if we don't get it, it's just everywhere. Everything's a spiral. You know what I mean? You're gonna keep returning to the same issue unless you get it. So get it. Ho'okahila'au he mihi. The first medicine is forgiveness. So this is look at that. That's us. We are going to be an energetic field of expansion, and aloha no. Confirm that in me. Because remember you guys were doing the cool thing, you know what I mean? That cool. I was like, what? You're doing cool? That's so 70s. It's so 80s. That's so 90s. That's so 2000s. Nada again. No, because we needed cool. You know what I mean? We needed that. It's now or never. That was my favorite one. Yeah, that's Noel. So when you guys decided it was going to be Aloha NŌ, this is what I felt. It's already happening. You're feeling it. That the world is understandably a hologram. As you sow, so shall you reap. What is the sense of an oracy practice if you're going to stand up there and not really know who you are in the exchange? So we are getting to know, aya iloko ne, the answers are within. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love that mo'olelo. One more. Hahai no ka'ui ka ulula'au. The ho'opukaku is plant a forest and the rains will come. Everyone goes, yay, it's science, like, yay. Like, we're so smart, so smart. Oh, you guys, science is here's indigenous science, and here's Western science. Western science is a subset of indigenous science, not the other way around, okay? You got that? So we're not like busting down the doors to prove to you that we know that, moisture is going to condense. You know what I mean? Just go corner. You know what I mean? Just go corner and see that, Anyways, the point is, Pulama is introducing Ike Papa Kolu and the 3 ways to interpret. Because now it's about hermeneutics. Hermeneutics is the philosophy of interpretation. You know what it says? Everything, every text, every law, every policy, everything. Everything is just what? Just made up. Everything's just made up. Funny, yeah? I was with a bunch of lawyers the other day, and here's Georgia. She goes, yep, Manu's right. Everything is made up. Yeah. Now, you guys, if you don't believe that, just take a breath right now and exhale. Everything's made up. Okay? Freedom! Let's make another idea. Let's remodel ourselves differently. Everything is made up. In 100 years, science is going to be like ridiculously antiquated. So, okay, I can say it like an academic. Everything is just an interpretation. But I remember Nahiraka saying, Manu, you just made that up. And I'm thinking, yeah, I did. I just made that up. Because how are you going to make up your life? So, the noahuna, there's a ho'opukaku, which is the literal, the kauna, which is the metaphoric or poetic, and then there's the noahuna, which is the esoteric or the personal. Because language is not set in stone. Language are metaphoric symbols of meaning that we exchange to, I don't know, get to know each other, to get to know something. They're just metaphors. So, but the finger pointing to the moon is what? Not the moon. Okay, that's why, okay, everyone goes, what does that mean? Okay, let's say it again. The finger pointing to the moon is what? Not the moon. So it's not in our text, it's in our context. We have to be the moon we wish to point to in the world. So this is my interpretation, the Noa Huna, which is lovely because Noa and Huna are seemed to be contradictory, but they're not. Share purpose with others and transform the world. That's what that means to me. Share purpose with others and transform the world. And that's what Aloha NŌ is all about. That's why we're all here today. We're sharing a purpose. And what is our purpose? What is our purpose? Let's learn how to love better. Let's learn the power of what Aloha means. Not just what it is, but what it means and how we embody those principles. And it's not an easy thing, not a light ask, but it is the, one more, do I have one more? No? Okay, what is the purpose you are sharing with others? The thing is, kupu kani o kupu ke kanaka, ornamental liability or tree of life, you know what I mean? Like, we have to decide to wake up. So the coconut tree, you know, people laugh all the time. What you doing? I'm doing coconuts, okay? I'm sick of talking about food security. We gotta plant our food for the change that's coming. So coconuts, ornamental liability, people fear, or tree of life, people love. And it's our decision. But we have to, so I want you to think about this as we close. What is the purpose you are sharing with others? Is it a project about getting to know the color blue? It is a project to know your kupuna. What is I think I took that from you guys, Santian Kahu, I swear. What is your project? What is the purpose that you're sharing? My purpose is the idea that aloha is the genesis of world transformation. Honestly, because someone told me it was. And I'm sitting like, wow, Uncle, really? He goes, yeah, really. Pay attention, Manu. Pay attention. And then he gave me a practice that actually taught me something. You got to have a practice. You can't just like rock up and go, yeah, aloha is it. You got to have a practice. Because when you're not in aloha, what are you going to do? What's your practice? What's your practice? Develop a discipline of freedom for yourself. It could be writing poetry. It could be meditating. It could be feeding children. It could be taking care of dogs. But we are all a part of this process. What is the process you are sharing with? So we're going to learn this together. Ulua'e kevelina a kealoha. Can we say ulua'e kevelina a kealoha? Ulua'e kevelina a kealoha. For 30 years, I practiced this. The growth of love is the essence within the soul. That was under a picture of Auntie Edith Kanaka Ōiwi. And then about 20 years ago, no, about 40 years ago, 20 years ago, I said, loving is the practice of an awake mind. So that's my noahuna. Loving is the practice of an awake mind, because I'm a practitioner of sports, of values that I wish to embody. You can't just be a finger pointing to the moon. Yeah, no, just be waha. I remember Mom said, you just waha. Once when I was 13. I think I got over it when I was 32. You don't want to be a waha person. Waha means you just mouth. Loving is the practice of an awake mind. So I want you to, let's do it together. I'm gonna do it once, and I want you all to do it with me. And please, if you could, kuiluna. Yeah. I'm going to do it once, you ho'olono, and then we're going to ho'opilima, you're going to repeat. And I really believe this, that aloha and Hawaii is going to be pivotal in transforming the world, because I was told that, and I believed Uncle. And I've seen it in a thousand different ways in my life since then. And so I am so honored to be here. Thank you, ALOHA NŌ Triennial Gang, for this invitation. So I want us to really take our time and sing this 5 times, because 5 is the number of healing for me and for Hawaii. And that is a button I make. I make little magnets. I love making magnets. And ulua'e kevelina a kealoha. It's a little bit of a kind of a, almost sounds like a Gregorian chant. But the ea, it was given to us by Kukui Mauna Kea IV of Ma'o Farms. Mahalo Kukui. Here we go. So listen and then join in for 5 total times. And try to do it with one breath, and if not, no worries. Ulua'e kevelina ke aloha. Here we go. Ulua'e kevelina a ke aloha. Ulua'e kevelina aloha. Ulua e ke velina ake aloha. I mua ka lāhui o Hawai'i nui ākea. All right, hug your partners. Here we go. Mahalo, everybody.
Hui, 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 Manu. Manu, he mihi. Ke ia ka manawa o he mihi. Ai? I've known you and Manu and Moana for a very, very long time. And never have I witnessed this. The giving up of space and time and elevating and honoring your twin. It was so beautiful and so many lessons, but it is the intimacy by which you allow us into your life, into the life of your ohana, that such a gift. And the second gift, which we reveal here today, is I wanted to play with the ambiguity of aloha no. I'm like, no, I could be this, it could be that, it could be this. And I met with Manu, and Manu said, be intentional, mean aloha no. And so mahalo for continuing to be a hoku for all of us.
Aloha Manulani. Kanui te mihi, kanui te mihi, kanui te mihi. I've been asked to read a poem as the mihi, and I'm going to start with your poem that you wrote for me, or to me. I was very angry about coming to Festpac, very angry about what was happening in Aotearoa, and Manu responded in this way. And so I'll read your poem, and then I'll read a new one, adapted one. Manu said, "You will still find us in flashing tacky lights, exhausted sandy shorelines. You will find us. Time to change the process, time to make it real. Matave ro, the ocean unites us. Everything else is glitz and white noise." I asked her, you know that poem you wrote me? And she goes, what? I wrote a poem? I forgot. Your people will find you and gather around you, and we are here. In this moment and beyond, we are those people. We are the family who prepared a place for you in a lineage that connects us all the way back to aloha. We are a family who dreamed you possible. It is in all of our soft singing, cellular love songs, the chanting lyric of bloodlines folded in our DNA sequences. With double helix tongues, we all whisper you into our dreams. Here we are, fractals of our former consciousness, trying to remember who we are and what we are meant to do, hoping we have ears in our waking life and eyes to see. You call to us. Call us to transform the hihia, the weft and warp of entanglement of what has been woven before us, to remember that the first medicine is forgiveness, to bring things back into balance. You speak, and we feel the magnetic pull of molecule that gathers all that is lost and redirects our return to center. It reorients us to radiant nucleus, resourced, the return to islands of coherence. So we can widen our circles of compassion, travel beyond our own limits, beyond almost what we can bear, accompanied all the way. And you remind us this is the large, large, ever-expanding loving of everything that has been the making of us, knowing itself through us and evolving, traveling with us along the soft breathing curves of an infinite circle that has no circumference, whose center is everywhere within the unity that differentiates us. We gather around you, knowing we are the same differently, knowing that we can look into each other's eyes and feel that we've known each other for a life cycle, or 5, sharing purpose. So let us help each other find home and also make it home, this strange, lonely journey. Make it home as we travel it. And the time is coming where, with great knowing, we will all remember ourselves back to ourselves, returning to the memory of wholeness, both salt and fresh water. Aloha is the genesis, and loving is the practice of an awake mind. Yeah!